A functional React component is a standard JavaScript function that takes in properties and returns user interface code. It operates within a temporary local execution context. Once the function returns its UI, the JavaScript garbage collector destroys any local variables. This presents a problem for state. If the component's execution memory is wiped after every render, the application has no native way to remember data, like user input or a theme toggle across multiple renders. React avoids storing state inside the component function itself. These functions are stateless executors that calculate UI and terminate. To achieve persistence, React manages state in an external system, residing outside the component scope. This external system is built on a persistent internal data structure called the fiber node. Every component in your application is paired with its own unique fiber node in memory. While the component function is temporary, the fiber node persists. Calling a hook like useState triggers a communication protocol with the fiber node, allowing the component to read or write persistent data. Predictable React development requires tracking how the engine maps component code to this hidden memory structure. During the initial render, the engine encounters the first hook, allocating a memory slot on the fiber node locked by a head pointer. The next hook allocates a second slot connected directly below. A third hook adds a third linked slot, locking in the structure. This architecture is a linked list. React does not use arrays or hash maps. Each hook's memory slot only knows the address of the slot immediately following it. React's persistence mechanism relies on building this exact sequential chain of nodes during the very first pass. Examining the internal mechanics of a single node in this list clarifies how state actually changes. Calling a state setter function does not result in an immediate mutation of the active state value. Each state hook contains an internal update queue. When the code issues a change command, this queue catches and stores the operation. React holds these queued instructions until the current execution finishes. It then schedules a new render and processes those operations sequentially to calculate the final state value. Deferring updates through a strictly ordered queue ensures the UI remains deterministic, preventing chaotic shifts during the render phase. On the second render cycle, the linked list already exists. The internal pointer snaps back to the head position. As the first line of hook code executes, the pointer steps to node 1, extracting the required state data. React does not know the names of your variables. It lacks internal keys or labels to map specific code lines to specific data slots. When the second hook line executes, the engine simply steps the pointer forward to node 2, trusting the data there belongs to the current hook. Returning the correct state depends entirely on a one-to-one synchronization between the execution order of the component and the sequential traversal of the linked list. We can observe the failure of this system by wrapping a hook in a conditional if statement. If the if condition evaluates to false during the third render cycle, the component skips that hook during execution. Line 1 executes and reads node 1. The code skips the second hook. Unaware of the skip, the internal pointer advances one space to node 2. A collision occurs. The component expects one hook type, but receives mismatched data from node 2. This results in data corruption across the execution thread, causing the application to crash. This pointer desynchronization is the engineering reason behind the rules of hooks. Conditional hooks break the execution sequence, decoupling the code from the memory list and destroying the application state. All hooks occupy slots in this same sequential structure, but they apply different internal rules during the render phase. A useRef node holds a single object reference and returns it during traversal. Mutating this reference does not trigger an update queue, which prevents a re-render. useEffect nodes remain dormant while the UI is calculated. The engine delays the execution of the effect's logic until the commit phase, after the DOM has been updated. A useMemo node stores a calculated value and a dependency array. During traversal, it compares current variables against the stored array. If they match, it returns the cached result and skips the calculation. Performance optimization involves managing these specialized node behaviors along the linked list. Hooks operate as a series of sequential memory slots bound to an external fiber node. Understanding this macking allows for precise prediction of rendering cycles and the elimination of conditional memory bugs. But this leaves a question of scale. If every component has its own list of updates, how does the engine decide which node to process first under a massive system load? In the next episode, we will examine the React scheduler and concurrent rendering to see how the engine prioritizes these node updates to keep applications responsive.